Well, the phrase "the beautiful game" has long been used to describe Brazilian football. And the sights and sounds of sun, sand and samba music will no doubt waft through many living rooms this summer when the country hosts the World Cup. But for one British-based DJ, the associations go even deeper. Gilles Peterson has compiled an album which could become the soundtrack to Brazil 2014. Our World Cup correspondent Kamian Zeram has been to meet him and discovered he's a man on a mission.
Everybody's after this record now, so I've got half a sleeve, which I've got to take back, but it's an amazing record.
Gilles Peterson wants your help in the endless search for the perfect Brazilian tune. All he has is the vintage artwork.
You know, it's like late 1950s, amazing record. So if anybody's got this,
have you got a version of it?
I've got it. I've got it on an MP3. Yeah.
But not the real deal.
No. Look, I can't. It's shocking.
You might recognise the classic it became. Brazil's signature party anthem, Mas Que Nada, made famous by Sergio Mendes. And the soundtrack to Brazilian football, Brazilian music and the beautiful game. How to separate the two. On the eve of the World Cup, Peterson has recorded a new album and made a film along the way.
I came to Rio in January, locked up the best studio in town with the very finest rhythm section, and invited many of my friends and heroes from the Brazilian music scene.
Heroes including the Queen of Samba, Elsa Soares, who was married to one of Brazil's greatest ever players, Garrincha. Of samba pop, Seu Jorge, who's just been playing Pele's dad in a feature film, and tracking down the stars of the future.
We've come down in the daytime to check out a young musician who lives here and goes by the name Vladimir Gasper.
Vladimir Gasper is a pioneer of Brazil's newest sound, favela funk. Englishman forever in Brazil, Gilles Peterson has been obsessed with Brazilian music for decades, almost as long as he's been a footy fan. The two, he says, go hand in hand.
I think that there's a total obsession with football in this country. It's part of our fabric, and that's the same in Brazil. And I think that the football connection is definitely something which the two countries share to such a level that we are interested in other parts of each other's culture to a degree. So I think that's why the British have an affinity with Brazilian music. They don't quite realise it to a degree, but they like the idea of it.
Moça do corpo dourado do sol de Ipanema, o seu balançado é mais.
But for England fans who like the idea of a bit of this, who think they might just meet that mythical girl from Ipanema, think again, says Peterson. Brazil is about more than beach football and bikinis. The protests that hit the streets last year are back, focused very much on the World Cup. And Brazilian musicians have been writing about struggle since slaves were first trafficked from Africa hundreds of years ago.
We tend to think of Brazilian music as party music. Where's the protest?
Well, the protest is in the lyrics a lot of the time, and you listen to Tropicalia and the fact that there was this military dictatorship for so long. You look back at those sleeves and what was being said in the lyrics, it was pretty, protest music and very strong, powerful music. So that's a very big part of Brazilian musical culture, as much as bossa nova, as much as samba, as much as baile funk in the last few years. So I think that, people sometimes they get this feeling, and of course it's easy just to go, oh yeah, Rio, beautiful beaches, football, happy, but carnival music, and that is a big part of it, but of course there's the other side, and that's why I love it so much, because there's the darkness.
So when the likes of Elsa Soares sing, people listen. Which explains why, from the record shops of Rio to his studio, a stone's throw from the Arsenal in North London, Gilles Peterson will go to any lengths to get his tune. Like swapping a humble piece of vinyl for his car.
I just needed it. I had to have it. You know, this is like one of my biggest wants now.
Nothing would stop you.
He liked my car. He liked I had a little Mitsuoka Japanese like one that looks like the old Jags. Basically Nissan Micro with a funky top on it. And so I did the swap. I'm a happy man, he's a happy man, and this is what it's all about, and here it is. The old berimbau. Got to have a bit of berimbau.
The music of Brazil. Where to start when there is no end. For Gilles Peterson, the quest goes on.
Half a sleeve I've got, no vinyl. I'll do anything for the vinyl, honestly. I mean, I've got to give this back, but I don't even really want the sleeve. I just want the vinyl, the original plastic on Polydor, 1958 Brazilian issue. Really would appreciate it. Look out, and you'll make a DJ, an old DJ, a very happy man.
Gilles Peterson. And if you have a copy of that record, do contact us and we'll put you in touch. We're back tomorrow at 7. Until then, that's Channel 4 News. A very good evening to you.